What's happening, people? So today I'm going to be sharing what's happening, people. So today I'm going to be sharing a story which is about the first ever plumbing job I done for my own company, which is Mr. London Plumber. So I've been a plumber for, at this point, when I decided to make a business, probably about, I would say, 10 years. So I said to myself, you know what? Let's start this company, but I need to start a website in it. So I created a little website online, which I had up for a little while, and someone actually used it, which I wasn't surprised, but I thought, wow, it's now happening. So I've now got to do what I normally do, which I have been practicing when I've been doing subcontracting or working for other people, is going out, good representation of myself, speaking clearly, making sure I get the job done, but making sure the customer has a good experience with my job, you know, me being tidy, me being on time, me being just making sure the job can be executed and done in it. That's my main thing in it when I get to properties and when I'm doing jobs as a plumber. So I'm just going to carry on the skills which I've learned earlier on in my career, right? And just adapt them and use them for myself in this point, and also just make sure that I'm just focused when I'm there, right? So it's the first job I remember is in South London. Her name was Iman. I can't remember exactly what the job was. I think it was like the toilet wasn't working or something like that. And I think it was a toilet job. It was a toilet system. And I thought to myself, I'd done the job and I was so chuffed with myself. I walked really slow going towards my vehicle. And I was like, do you know what? At this point now, yeah, I feel like I'm onto something. I feel like I've cracked something because I'm now not only doing things for other people where I started, I'm now doing stuff for myself. I'm now got a business. This is a business. But I thought to myself, let me not get too ahead of myself, because one thing I know I needed, and this was like 6 years, 8 years ago to today or something. I asked the person if you could write me a business review on my business Google page. And that was one of my first ever reviews from any customers, anybody using my services, which weren't separate, like from like a workplace or something like that I was working at. So it was a super proud moment for me. It's something which I'll never definitely forget, as me, you know, that was the first time of me representing myself, putting my business out there. Everything what I built for myself started from that moment, innit? Started from that moment when someone else saw what they're not seeing now is my online presence or a video or something, and they're seeing my services, which is me just saying, look, I'm a plumber, I'm qualified, I've been in the industry for this amount of time. These are the types of works that we do. If you need an emergency, if you've got a problem, give us a call and we'll book an appointment in for you. That's how I like to just give my services. That's what I say when I'm online, and that's what I was saying at the point. And I was just really proud of myself, and I had to take a moment to make a video about it, to speak about how significant that is for your growth, even as any small tradesperson, because there's loads of small tradespeople that put themselves out there, that do a hard day's graft, and nobody doesn't know, innit? And having a review online, yeah, allows you to have a digital footprint, yeah? And a digital footprint, an active one, is necessary in a business which you're trying to promote, especially online, innit? And getting a testimonial or review, which is on my business Google page, you can check it out after this video. It made so much sense. It made so much sense, and it was the icing on the cake, because like I said to you, that first ever time someone gets your business in to do a job, and maybe you're in the same position as me or a tradesperson or something, the first ever time that person books you or you get a bit of business from that person, it's important to get that review. That review is very, very, very important. And I tell my friends who have started businesses, you know, get your reviews up, because it's necessary. That's how people see you on the internet, apart from the videos or the photos or the website, what they might be seeing, innit? Although things are a little bit different now, they can see my social media, which I reckon a lot of people do come through when it comes to myself. So I have had a lot of people contact me through social media for jobs and stuff like that, which I'm very happy for, because that's the reason why I started it. The reason why I started it is so I could promote myself. But that moment of you having that first job and actually getting there and actually doing the job, it'll just put a smile on your face at the end of the day. Because look, you are making moves in it, and you're making moves in the right way. All I can say is just that sometimes the road, yeah, to like success or to like the place where you want to be, it's just going to take some time, innit? It's going to take some time for people to notice you out of the crowd. That's just how it is. Unless you're trying to make a lot of noise, or you're trying to promote yourself in more than one way, unlike other people, unlike your competitors, out promote yourself, innit? Try and do what you can. I've seen and I watch so many tradespeople online, and the way they promote their business might be different. Do you understand? They might be promoting their business in local papers and stuff like that, but it's what I see online is a representation of themselves, innit? And a representation of yourself, you know, has to be, you want to be as pleasable as you can to as many people, because then you appeal to a lot of people. Do you understand? Like me having a small business, which I've made the logo, I've written the words on the website, I've actually got my cousin who's a graphics designer who helped me with my amazing logo, and I can't ask for anything more from him. So I was very thankful when I saw my logo the first time. I was like, yeah, man, this is it. This is it. And it felt like the moment what I'm telling you about, when it was like, when I came out of that property, when I said, this is it, I'm onto something. I've started a business. I'm finally now doing it for myself and not for others. Because this whole building thing for me, it's been a journey. It's been a journey of like, you don't know how your first job's gonna go. It could go tits up. The things happen in it, but it's how you deal with stuff in it. And I feel that at the point I had enough experience to be able to say to myself, you know what? It's your time now to go out. It's your time to go out to a job. You don't need to call no one about nothing. You know the process, what you're going to do. Just have it in your head how you're going to work from the beginning, from when you get there. Hi, how's it going? Let's check out the job. Let's find out the problem. Let's isolate the water if we need be. And then now we're going to drain down if we need to. And we're going to install the new, I don't know, if we had an inlet valve or something like that, or if it was a siphon. That's what's going to go on. And then we're going to fill up, we're going to test, and we're going to test. I like to test a couple of times myself before I even call the customer to say that anything is finished, because I've just been taught like that through old school plumbers and people that I've worked with. Test it before you tell someone it's finished, because that whole, it's leaking just there. It would be a funny moment, innit? And I'm sure most people have tried to rush what they're trying to do sometimes and get in and get out, and that does happen, innit? So being due diligent is something which I've learned, and not rushing things is something which I know you should not do. Like you'll get quicker at things during time, innit? It happens, innit? I've got a lot better and quicker at what I do over periods of time, because not because I'm getting faster or fitter, it's because I understand what to do, like this, like it's becoming second nature. And I remember that being a big conversation piece when I spoke to other plumbers. When things become second nature to you, they become easier for you to do, more fluently for you to do. Just like me learning how to promote myself through my YouTube channel, like we're on now, we're on YouTube Live, we're streaming. But I stream on all of my other platforms as well at the same time, because I'm learning how to do streaming live, but also promote myself on all of my platforms during the time which I'm on social media. So I'm always trying to utilize the time which I have got to tell you something about my business, to tell you a little bit more about myself, but it builds a relationship. And that's how I'm building relationships with people, being able to leave reviews online about my services with what I do. And it's a perfect combination, because other people want to know what's the experience like working or having Mr. London Plumber do some work inside your property. So they can easily go onto my business Google page, scroll through and see 3 or 4 different people. There is over, like, I think there's like maybe 20, 25 reviews on there. So there is different people who have written reviews on my page and been able to tell their experience and what it was like working for them, or me doing some type of repair for them, which is sometimes a emergency call out or something like that, or it might be a scheduled in works. But either way, I've always known how important it is from the beginning for people to recognize, you know, put the dot to the dot, which is I am him, and this is the experience what you're going to get from me, spoken from 8 or 9 different people. Again, you can pick whichever one you want. All of the people are totally genuine. I only ask people just to, could you give me a review? Is that possible? I don't ask them what I would like them to say. People have to say what they're going to say. You know, if you was punctual, if you was polite, if you was respectful, if you was very tidy, all of these things people are going to leave as a comment, which is a compliment to my work, because I'm only letting people see that I'm capable of doing what you're asking as a task, or as something which you're willing to pay someone to do, which is plumbing. Plumbing is something that I've enjoyed doing. I didn't know I was going to get so much enjoyment out of having my own business, but it's definitely allowed me to grow and understand that, like, there's levels to business, but there's also levels to how you operate in it. People who are one band men, or 2 or 3 guys, they can operate slightly different to the one person, but it doesn't stop you from making moves and building yourselves, innit? Because the building is the beauty, innit? When you can build yourself and you can look back at yourself and say, oh, I was doing this then, but now I'm doing this now. So it's all about building yourself, and your first job will definitely build yourself in other ways, which is unexplainable, because you now have this super pride for yourself. You now know you've got something going on. You know you got your first review, and you now know you're more confident for your next. These are the points, and these are the strong points which are going to make you just pivot and go up, 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 because it's all up from there. But again, some of it is nerves, but you have to try to get yourself over those nerves and little things which come up. Of course, you're going to get things which happen, but you deal with them accordingly, innit? And try not to deal with too many things at one time, and just try and stick on one task and execute that, and then move on to the next. It makes it easier for you. But I hope you enjoyed this story, which was me just telling you about the first ever plumbing job I'd done for myself as a plumber, who made the website, asked people to do a review, but also put the time and effort in to make sure that I do a good job, because that's most important. And if you enjoyed this type of live, make sure you like, share and subscribe onto my YouTube journey, where I tell stories about my life and about my, yeah, just about my life as being a plumber, innit? So like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Appreciate you guys. So today,